Prime Minister is again struggling to get a foothold for her deal, which is set to be voted on by MPs next week. On Wednesday, though, she faced a deluge of criticism in Parliament once again.
Prime Minister has been recklessly wasting time, holding the country to ransom with the threat of no deal in a desperate attempt to blackmail MPs to vote for her hopelessly unpopular deal.
But he opposes any deal that the government has negotiated with the European Union.
The Prime Minister says that it's the only deal available. If that is the case, why wasn't it put to a vote on December the 11th in this House? Why has there been a delay of 5 weeks on this?
Her deal is as dead as the deadest dodo. How many more indignities can this Prime Minister endure before she realises that she is the biggest part of this problem? And for goodness sake, just go.
Well, 2019 is upon us, the year when Brexit is finally supposed to kick in and become a reality after over 2 years of torturous negotiations. And we're just less than 3 months away from the March deadline. And the way things stand now, it seems clear that which shape this Brexit is going to be taking continues to be anyone's guess, with uncertainty and chaos continuing to reign in Westminster. Now, at the first Prime Minister's questions at the House of Commons, Theresa May was yet again grilled on the topic by those who oppose her deal, yet the British Prime Minister continues to insist that the deal she has put on the table is the best deal possible. Just last month, Theresa May had already had to postpone the vote on Brexit that was meant to take place at the House of Commons in order to avoid the humiliation of a defeat, because she realized that the deal would not go through. Now, this new vote is meant to take place next week on Tuesday, January 15th, and this Wednesday was the first day of 5 days of heated debate at the House of Commons ahead of the vote, where accusations have been flying high, including directed at the Speaker of the House, who is meant to be impartial.
We've all noticed in recent months a sticker in your car making derogatory comments about Brexit. No, this is a serious point about partiality. Have you driven that car with a sticker there?
That sticker on the subject of Brexit happens to be affixed to or in the windscreen of my wife's car. Yes. And I'm sure the honourable gentleman wouldn't suggest for one moment that a wife is somehow the property or chattel of her husband.
Well, according to a new poll by the UK and the Changing Europe think tank, as many as 70% of MPs think that Theresa May did a bad job on negotiating Brexit, which is another not very good sign ahead of this vote for the British Prime Minister. And we also have to keep in mind that just on Wednesday, MPs have voted in an amendment which would force the government to present a Plan B within 3 days if Theresa May's deal is rejected, and many here in Westminster believe that she does not have a Plan B.
Anastasia Churkina there. Well, if Parliament does vote down Theresa May's Brexit plan next Tuesday, she'll have just 3 days to present a second draft. But with a growing number of MPs expressing their opposition to the Prime Minister's moves, it may be that the UK crashes out of the EU empty-handed. Amid the uncertainty, there have also been calls for an extension to Article 50. That would give the UK more time to negotiate a divorce. Theresa May's ruled out calling a second referendum, but that too could be a possibility. Independent British MEP Stephen Wolfe believes that it's a course that many are pushing for now.
The whole purpose of this guerrilla warfare in Parliament by the Remainers is to push the government in a position where they could never give us Brexit. And the consequences of that is that they want to make sure that Brexit never happens, and that's why they're now in a position where they feel extremely confident that they go to a third referendum on our membership of the European Union. When they do that, that will unleash a level of discontent, a level of disheartedness, and a level of dispute between people in our country which will last not just a couple of years but a whole generation. They will unleash an unhappiness in our country, and they should hang their heads in shame for doing so.